Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share with you everything personal finance as well as lifestyle content in the form of vlogs. Today's video, I wanted to share with you a 2-year update since I took out my personal loan with Zopa. I took out a 25k loan to renovate my home over a 4-year period, and as of April 2025 we have just completed year 2. So now I've got 2 more years left before I need to have paid off this loan. And today's video I will be covering the original amount. Even though I borrowed 25, they pre-charged the interest at that time, so the original amount that I've actually been paying down, how far I got to in terms of like year 1, so by April of 2024, and where I have gotten to as of April 2025. So without further ado, let us begin. Okay, so I do have my trusted notebook here because you know your girl writes everything down, as well as my mobile because I just finished doing the numbers and I wanted to walk you guys through all of that. So starting off with maybe why I took out the loan, I've already mentioned a little bit about this, and I think I talk about it all the time in these debt update videos, but I took out the personal loan to renovate my home. I've been a homeowner since 2020. There were certain home improvements that I wanted to make to increase the value of my home, but also because I wanted to. One of them being, the major one being my bathroom, my main bathroom. It had a tub, and whilst I love having a tub and I still want to have a tub in my home, I just got tired of scrubbing it when I would have guests over, and I thought having a shower instead would be ideal for the guests. The way my tub was set up, in all honesty, wasn't the best, and maybe I could have just changed things around. I still kept the tub, but that is a little bit of a regret of mine. But I decided just get rid of it and just have installed a shower cubicle kind of situation, and I love it for me. So the whole bathroom was renovated, everything brand new, from the light fixtures to the radiators, the toilet. Like, I went all out. It's kind of like, if I think about it, one of the things that I wish I had sat on a little bit more, like really taking in consideration everything that goes into renovating a room or even a property, because that costs a lot of money. So that was one of the things that I did. Then I did other things around the house and in the garden that cost a pretty penny. So yeah, that's why I took out the loan. Do I regret taking out the loan? No, I do not regret taking out the loan. I just wish maybe I had sat on it a little bit and thought of through for certain things. But for the bathroom, for sure, I'm glad I did the renovation. And yeah, so that is with why I took it out, and I don't regret it. Now, like I said, I took out 25k, but they pre-charged me interest, which meant April 2023 my actual starting balance was 33,274 and 58 pence. That is the actual amount, and that's the amount I have been paying down. So for year 1 into year 2, I ended up April 2024, I had paid, my loan was down to 24,170, and that is a difference of 9,104 and 58 pence. So with this loan, every single time I make extra repayments, so I have a minimum repayment, started off with 660, 651 thereabouts, and it has been going down every single time I make extra repayments. So with the extra repayments, they do what is called an interest adjustment, so they give me back some of the interest because I am on track to pay it off faster, so they give me back some of that interest. So of the 9,104 and 58 pence that I've paid back in the first year, 147 pounds and 19 pence was actually interest adjustment, which is not bad. I'm happy with this. Then starting April 2024 with 24,170, as of end of April 2025, I'm currently at 15,097 pence, 97 pounds and 78 pence. I couldn't believe this. I really wanted to start May with 15,000 even, but the finances are not set up that way, so we're gonna see what we can do. And I mentioned this in my debt update video for the month of April that I shared last week. But the difference in between year 1 and year 2 is £9,072 and 72 pence, 22 pence. Of that, 171 and 25 pence has been interest adjustment, and I've just taken the interest adjustment for April, and that is actually £17.42, which means in total the interest adjustment for year 2 has been 188 and 67 pence, which is higher than what I had for last year, and I'm happy about that. So I have noticed that by doing these small but incremental small repayments towards my loan has actually helped me a lot. Because, for example, if I give you guys an example for the month of April, I started at 15,880. My minimum repayment was 611 pence. I made 7 extra repayments, and the reason I did this is because when I paid that £611, I have a goal to always pay between 650 to, no, for this loan it's always been £700 every single month. So I sent my first extra repayment of £79.90. Then once they did the interest adjustment, I decided, okay, I'll pay £8.01 because I'm obsessed with even numbers, well, whole numbers I should say, not even numbers but whole numbers. So like the starting balance was 15,880. That's how I prefer. So me ending at 15,097 pounds and 78 pence is not sitting right with me. I would like to go in and pay that £7.78, but because every single time, this is why I've paid 7 in the month of April, because every single time I've made those extra repayments, they have been adjusting the interest adjustment have been added, which is leaving me with pences, and I don't like that. But I'm gonna leave it alone for April. Maybe I'll tackle it in May. But I paid 611 pence, 79.90, £8.01. Then I paid £30 even. Then I did £8.72, then £9.42, then £9.31, and the last one before I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone, was £19.33. So in total for April, I sent 764 and 80 pence. Of that, 17.42 was interest adjustment. Sorry, I paid 782 and 22 pence in total. Of that, 17.42 was my interest adjustment, and 764 and 80 pounds was what actually I had paid myself through these extra repayments plus my minimum repayment. I went into the app today, and I think they said for the month of May my minimum repayment is actually like 500 something, but yeah, 572 and 63 pence. Because I have been making these extra repayments, this has also meant that how much they want me to repay monthly reduces. I think that's the tip that I want to give people who've got debt, who've got loans. If you can make small extra repayments, that really does help, because it also reduces how much interest you have to pay back. And I think this is why a lot of people encourage doing the avalanche method when it comes to paying down debt. You pay the one with the highest interest. The more you start paying to that, at least for this one, I've been adjusting the interest, so it's kind of like I'm getting back some of that interest. Like if you tackle the one with the highest interest, you've got more chance of saving up a lot on interest than if you tackle with a snowball method. But I prefer snowball method for just for the dopamine hit. That's it. More than anything, it's just the dopamine hit, because I feel like if I can see the changes, it is worth it in my eyes. So yeah, but anyway, my repayment for May is 572.63. I'm gonna see if I can do £600, but also because it's kind of like the way it's set up, I would like to pay off the 97 and 78 pence completely off, because I feel like that would just be super. And let's see what we can do. But my goal for 2025 is to pay off this loan 100%. So every single year I seem to have been paying at least £9,000 to this loan. Let me see if I can actually just get rid of the whole loan by the end of this year. We shall see. I do have another personal loan, my creation loan, which I for sure will pay off this year. But for this one, I am also trying to see if I can really pay this one off, because if I can quickly get rid of the creation loan, that will add 650 back into my budget that I can split between my emergency fund and paying extra towards this debt. This is my plan and this is my goal. But yeah, that has been my update for this long 2 years. I can't believe I'm 2 years down, 2 more years to go. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it thumbs up. My camera has literally been flashing for the last 5 minutes, so before the camera cuts, thank you for watching.